relational operators, and another name is called as comparative operators. Okay, we have to call a relational operators, another name called as comparative operators. These operators are used to giving the result of true or false, checking the condition, giving the result for true or false. What are the symbols are there in a relational operators? Is equal, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal. Okay, these are all the relational operators. Okay, we have to assume the value of a and b. Okay, what is the value they assume here? A is the 100, b is 35. Okay, now we have to apply apply that value to a relational operators one by one. First one is equal to. Okay, is equal. Example we have to see a equal b. Okay, it will be checking the condition equal value, a and b values equal. Okay, a value is 100, b value is 35. That that condition itself, that value is not equal, so false. Okay, result is false. Maybe equal value is there means a and b variable value is equal means result will be displaying true. Here value is not equal, so result is false. Next condition, greater than symbol. So that greater than symbol we have to apply now. So here a greater than b, a value what it is, 100 greater than b. So now checking the condition will be true. Okay, so what it is, 100 greater than b means condition true, result is true. Next one, less than symbol, a less than b. So 100 less than 35. Now condition is what it is, false. Okay, result also false. Next one, a greater than or equal to. Okay, greater than irukunu or equal irukunu. So we have to apply the value 100 greater than or equal to b 35. Now condition is greater than value, so now condition is true, so result also true. Next condition, a less than or equal to b. Okay, less than irukka. Okay, a vida less than irukka b value. A less than equal to b, 100 less than equal to b, so condition is false, so result will be what it is, false. Here false. Next one, a not equal to b, not equal to, last one, not equal to means a not equal to b, yes. Okay, so not equal to b, for example 100 not equal to 35, correct. Okay, condition is true. Maybe equal means, okay, so not equal the condition. Okay, so not equal the 135 is not equal, correct. So condition is true, so result is true. This is the way to we have to comparating or finding the result of the relational operators. Next example for a relational operators. Okay, you have to see here they are using a two inputs a and b. Okay, a equal to input enter value for a. Okay, they are getting an input for us, a and b, two variable is there, they are getting a input value from us. Okay, input function they are using here. Okay, a equal to into input enter a value for a, b equal to into input enter a value for b. Okay, like that they have to get a input for us, we have to enter a and b value from here. Okay, a value is 35, b value is what it is, 56, we given like that. Okay, so now we have to check a condition. Next they are using a print function. Okay, and there a equal to string, and then after a what is the value a, and b equal to what is the b value, so it will be storing that value, a equal to 35 and b equal to 56. Next condition checking. Okay, a equal to b. Okay, first next print function itself they are checking equal to a equal to b, so not equal value. Okay, a is 35, b equal to 56, not equal, so result is false. Okay, next one, a greater than b, so 35 greater than b 56, so 35 greater than 56, condition is false. Okay, a less than b, it will be checking the condition will be true. Like that we have to check everything. Okay, so here also, so greater than equal means what, greater than less than or equal to means what, and not equal to means what. We have to apply the values of the variable, and then after we have to find the result of the condition, true or false. Okay, this is the comparative operators. Next one, logical operators. Logical operators means what? So logical operators, we have three operators are there, or and not. Okay, this is the operators, logical operators, or and not. You have to see here. So they here itself they given or and not. Okay, these are all the logical operators. This logical operator itself, they have to give a three comparison. Okay, they have to give a two comparison. Okay, they have to give a two comparison, two expression they have to give. We have to compare two expression and find the result. Okay, so two expression means what are that, sir? Here, okay, a greater than b or a equal to b. Okay, two comparison is there, we have to find the we have to find the result of the that particular condition. Okay, so we have to logically we have to find the result. Okay, before we have to assume the value. Okay, now we have to assume the value, a equal to 97 and b equal to 35. Evaluate the following logical expressions. Okay, they have to give expressions. Okay, or and not. Okay, three logical expressions are there, logical operators are there. We have to apply that expression from here itself, that operators itself. Okay, one by one we have to apply. A greater than b or a equal to b. Okay, here two expression is there, we have to compare both expression, a greater than b or operator is logical operator is used here, or a equal to b. Okay, so that is the one expression. Okay, two expression is there, we have to compare and find the result. So now we have to apply the value 97, a value is 97, greater than b value is 35, condition is true, or operator is using a equal to b, not equal. Okay, a and b values not equal, so this condition is false. Here one condition is true, another condition is false. So this or operator is going to explain. Okay, any one expression is true true in a or operator means result will be true. Okay, so these two expression is there itself, we have to compare. Any one expression is true means in or operator result will be true. Okay, so that is the rule of logical operators. Next one is the and operator. Okay, we have to apply the same like the two expression is there, a greater than b and a equal to b. So now we have to apply the value 97 greater than 35 and operator a equal to b, 97 equal to 35. Now condition is what it is. So greater than b, here one condition is true, another condition is what it is, false. But and operator is explaining. Okay, and operator is used to explaining this both expression is true means result will be true. This both expression is true means result will be true. Any one expression is false means result will be false. Here two expression is there, we compare that one expression is true, another expression is false. Now result will be what it is, false only. And operator is that one only they are explaining. Okay, and operator itself, both expression is true means result will be true, otherwise result will be false. Okay, so next one, not operator, not a greater than b. So that means not operator is used to giving the information, explanation about one expression only there. Okay, here one expression only there, a greater than b. Okay, condition is true means result will be coming false. Condition will be false means result will be true. Okay, opposite. Okay, not a greater than b. So not operator is explaining what it is. Condition true இருந்தது அப்படின்னா it will be the result will be coming false. Condition false இருந்தது அப்படின்னா result will be come to true. Okay, that is the meaning of not operator. You have to know the meaning of logical operators, these three, or and not. Okay, that way only we have to find the result easily. Next one, example of a logical operators where they are using, here itself they are applying a two inputs are there. Okay, a and b, two inputs are there. Here itself they are finding the result of that particular value. Input function we are using here. Okay, a and b, two variable is there. We have to give a input for a and b. Okay, what value they given, 50 and 40. Okay, so then after they have to apply for the logical operators. Okay, here itself they are applying print function itself, they are applying the value and find out the result of the particular condition, true false, true or false. Okay, so this is the way to we have to find the result of the logical operators. Next one is the assignment operators. Okay, assignment operators, what are that? Equal, plus equal, minus equal, int equal, and divide equal. Okay, these are the assignment operators. Okay, this assignment operator is going to give a result of the assigning variable and value. Okay, how they are giving the value of the variable. Okay, we have to see one by one. Here they have to applying the value one by one. We have to apply the value of the variable. See here, x equal to 10. Okay, equal to, first one is the equal to. Okay, equal symbol they are using, x equal to 10, b equal to computer. Okay, so here plus equal to, next one is the plus equal to. How we have to write that plus equal symbol, x plus equal to 20. Okay, we have to write, expand to write x equal to, okay, this coding will be expand to write here x equal to x plus 20. You have to write this expression like that, x equal to x plus 20. Then after we have to find the result of that x value. Okay, so plus equal to means how we have to expand to write x equal to x plus 20, like that we have to write like that, and minus equal to int equal to divide equal to, that everything will be we have to like write like that only, x minus equal to 5. Okay, x minus equal to expand to write what is the way, x equal to x minus 5. Okay, so like that we have to expand to write and find the result of the assignment operators. Okay, next one we have to see the example of the assignment operators. Okay, here two more assignment operators are there, three more assignment operator is there. Modulus equal to int equal to, and then after find the floor division equal to. Okay, this is also we have to give a expression. Okay, so x modulus equal to 3, we have to write, expand to write that expression x equal to x modulus 3. Okay, that way we have to find. Modulus symbol is used to giving the remainder value. Okay, that modulus symbol is using to giving the remainder value. This floor division is used to giving the quotient value, integer value only it will be giving. Okay, so here int equal to, here is power 2, x power 2, x value is what it is, 10 power 2 means what is the result. Okay, 10 we have to multiply 2 times, so 10 into 10 100. Okay, that is the result of x power 2. Okay, so this is the way to expand to write the expressions. Okay, each expressions we have to write expandly and then find the result of the assignment operator. Okay, so assignment operator itself we have to see one by one. okay, equal, plus equal, minus equal, int equal, this everything will be shortly they have to write, as well as we have to expand to write and find the result manually. Okay, this is the assignment operators. Next one is the conditional operators. Okay, conditional operators, another name is the ternary operators. This ternary operator itself we have to using three expressions. Okay, we have to use three expressions. Okay, test first condition we have to use, and three expressions we have to use in this conditional operator itself. Okay, so condition is if else condition. Okay, if else condition we are using this ternary operators itself. Okay, conditional operators, another name is for ternary operator, is also known as a conditional operator that evaluates something based on a condition being true or false. Okay, so condition will be true or false, that condition oriented, that expression will be displaying the result. It simply allows testing a condition in a single line, replacing the multi-line if else, making the code compact. Okay, so இதில் வந்து எப்படி அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, they have to give a condition, it will be true or false. Okay, true means that expression will execute, false means that expression will be execute. Okay, that's all. Okay, these ternary operators are conditional operator itself. We have some syntax. Okay, we have to see one by one. Variable name equal to on true if condition is what it is, test expression. Okay, we have to test the expression. Condition is true means that part will execute. Maybe this test expression condition is false means else part. Okay, on false. Okay, here itself if else condition is using test expression one condition is there, one condition is there, two expression is there in a conditional operator itself. Okay, variable name. Okay, that result will be stored in that particular variable name. So condition is true means that true part will be execute, condition is false means that else part will be execute, that value will be, that result will be stored in a that variable name equal. Okay, variable name equal, that's why we are mentioning that equal symbol. Okay, that result will be stored in a particular variable. The conditional operator is explaining a one expression to one condition to two expressions, true or false expression they are explaining. Next one, example of a conditional operator. How we have to write that? We have to see a b. Okay, demonstrate a conditional operator a b. A value is 30, b value is 20. Here we have to find the minimum value of the two variables. Okay, இதில் எது minimum value அப்படிங்கிறது நம்ம find பண்ணணும். They are writing condition here, minimum equal to a. Okay, if a greater than b. Okay, இப்போ இதில் வந்து என்னது, a true. Okay, a is the true if condition is what it is, a less than b. Okay, that is the condition. Okay, else b, else part is what it is, b. Okay, that is the false. False means b, else part will execute. True means true part is execute, true part is a, false part is b. Okay, next print the function. Okay, so a less than b means what is the result, a less than b, so 30 less than 20. Okay, condition is false. Okay, 30 less than 20, condition is false. So now which part is execute, else part will execute. Now we find the small value, else part what it is, b. B value is what it is, 20. So we find the minimum value only, we finding in two variables. Now minimum value is what it is, 20 is the minimum value. Print, next print function itself, print the minimum of a and b is, what is the minimum value? Okay, minimum value is 20. Okay, that will be stored in a minimum variable. Okay, 20 value is stored in a minimum min variable. So now displaying the result, the minimum of a and b is 20, that is the result of the that particular condition. Okay, this is the way to we have to write the coding of the Python programming in conditional operators or ternary operators. Okay, we have to giving the one condition to find the true or false way to we have to find the result. Okay, so this is the one of the example of conditional operators. Thank you, students. Next topic is delimiters. Okay, delimiters means nothing but punctuators. Okay, in C++ program last year we studied punctuators in concept in tokens itself. Okay, tokens concept itself we discussed punctuators. That punctuators only calling here delimiters. That is called as symbols. Okay, that symbols are using in a Python programming itself, where we have to use that symbols. Python uses the symbols and symbol combination as delimiters. Okay, that is called as that symbol combination is called as a delimiters. That is a punctuators. Okay, that is used to in expressions, list, dictionaries and strings. Okay, so in Python programming itself we have to use in a expressions and list, dictionaries and strings. There itself we have to use these delimiters. That is called as symbols, as symbol combination of Python program. So what are that? Square bracket, parenthesis, curly braces, equal, comma, colon, dot, that everything for a delimiters. Okay, we have to say in C++ program punctuators. Next one is the literals. Okay, literals called as the raw facts. Okay, raw facts or raw data. Okay, that means constants, another name for constant. Okay, constant means what, sir? We have to give any value for the one variable, okay, in a constant. Okay, that is not possible to change anywhere in a program itself. That is called a constant. Okay, that name only we have to say literals. Okay, so we have to give a value for the variable, that is called a literals. Okay, so that constant value or not. Okay, that is called a literals. Literals is a raw data given in a variable or constant. Okay, given in a variable values, that is called a constant or literals. In Python there are various types of literals. Okay, we have three types of literals: numeric, string, boolean. Okay, numeric, string, boolean. First one is the numeric literals. Numeric literals means it is considered as a digits. Okay, digits are immutable values. Okay, unchangeable. Okay, that is called a constant. Okay, unchangeable values, that is called a numeric literals. That numeric literals, okay, belonging to three different numerical types. Okay, integer, float and complex. We have to see that example. Okay, integer means what, float means what, and complex means what. So integer, numeric literal itself we have three types. Okay, integer, float and complex. So integer literals called as a binary, decimal, octal, hexadecimal. These are all for integer numerical literals. So integer literals. Okay, binary, decimal, octal and hexadecimal. These are all for integer literals. Okay, that binary literals will start with a is the variable equal to 0 b 1010. Okay, so binary integer value will start with 0 b. Okay, so like that will start. Next, decimal literal. Okay, in integer value itself, decimal literals start with the b equal to, b is the variable name, equal to 100. Okay, normal integer value. Okay, decimal value, normal integer value. Next one, octal literal. Octal literal c equal to, you start with the 0 o. Okay, octal value will start with the 0 o 310. Okay, so 310 is the normal integer value, and before, okay, we have to add 0 o, that is the octal specifier. Okay, octal way we have to finding. Okay, this is the octal value. Okay, octal value means start with 0 o. Okay, so caps letter or small letter in o. Okay, next one, hexadecimal, start with 0x 12c. 12c is the hexadecimal literal. Okay, these are all for integer literals. Next one, float. Okay, float literals. Float 1 equal to 10.5. Okay, so float value will be the point. Okay, integer value point, next value 5 or 10, whatever it is. Okay, pointing the in between the integer value, that is called a float literal. So float literal, second one also like that, 1.5 exponent 2. Okay, so that is also one of the float literal. Next one is the complex literals. Okay, complex literal means what it is. Okay, so x equal to 1 plus integer value. 1 is the integer value. Next one is the 3.14j. Okay, 3.14 அப்படிங்கிறது imaginary value. Okay, so that is called the imaginary value. So integer value plus imaginary value and variable j. Okay, like that will come, means that is called the complex literals. Okay, so now we understand numeric literals itself. We have three types: integer, float and complex. Integer means what, float means what, and complex literals means what. Next one, string literals means what. Okay, string literals in a Python program, it will be surrounding with the quotes. Okay, single quote, double quotes and triple quotes. Okay, it will be start with a single, double and triple quotes. How we have to use triple quotes? Okay, third point they explaining that the value with the triple quote. Okay, so see here, you use it to give a multi-line string literal. Okay, so in string value will be given to single quotes, double quotes and triple quotes. Next one is the example for string. Okay, strings, first one you have to say demo program to test string literals. Strings equal to double quotation, this is Python. Character char equal to c, that is the double quotation. Okay, double quotes is there. Multi-line string. Okay, and down itself multi-line string itself, see here. Okay, triple quotes they are using. Okay, so single quotes you know that, double quotes you understand, triple quotes how we have to use in programming concept. Okay, we have to use like that. Okay, triple quotes, this is a multi-line string with more than one line code. Okay, we have to add multi-line in a triple quotes itself. Okay, this is the example for string literal. Next one, Boolean literals. Okay, in Boolean literals we have two values. Okay, so we have to consider two values, one is the true, another one is the false. Okay, so how they are explaining that program, listen here. Boolean 1 true, Boolean 2 false. Okay, so Boolean 1, Boolean 2 is the variable name. You have to give any variable name, a equal to true, b equal to false. Okay, so must we have to use Boolean literals means true or false. Okay, these two only we have to use, but the variable name you have to give any variable name. Okay, just our understanding I given Boolean 1, Boolean 2 like that. Okay, we have to use any variable name, but that value will be true or false, that's all. Okay, we have to print that value. Okay, Boolean value 1. Okay, what is the first one? True. Okay, next one Boolean value 2. Okay, what is the second variable value? False. Okay, so we have to displaying the result. Okay, true or false in a program, that is called a Boolean literals. Two values only there in a Boolean literals, one is the true, another one is the false. Like that we have to declare a variable and assign the value to display the result. Next one, escape sequences means, okay, in between of a space, okay, white space in a program. Okay, so in running time also we have to give a space. Okay, that is called a white space, that is called a some symbols we have to use. Okay, what that symbol? Backslash. Okay, so that white space we need means we have to use a backslash in a Python program itself. Okay, so what is that symbol and how we have to use that symbol in a program itself? That white space is used to representing the certain characters. Okay, backslash t. Okay, backslash t is a tab. Okay, tab key we have to use in a keyboard, no? So that tab key is used to give us some few space in a before your text. Okay, so that is called a slash t. Okay, slash t is a tab given some space to the your line. Next one slash n. Okay, so first line is over, next line new line, creating a new line. Okay, slash n is a new line, and a slash r is a carriage return. Okay, for these are all for a backslash symbols to we have to use in a Python program, and C++ program itself also we have to use this backslash symbol. Okay, Python command itself, how we have to use that backslash symbol, you have to see that example in down itself. The triple greater than print, okay, string I given, okay, it, okay, backslash single quotes, yes, raining. Okay, so already we know that string will be, okay, the string will give single quotes, double quotes, and triple quotes. Here we used a double quotes, starting and ending we used a double quotes. Okay, this is string. Okay, in between we are using a single quotes. Okay, backslash single quotes also what it is, that is the kind of string. Okay, so single quotes also we are using in a string itself. Okay, string itself we have to use a single quotes, double quotes, and triple quotes. So we have to use single quotes in between of a double quotes. Okay, so what is the problem of here? So it will be running time, it will be giving error. Okay, why it is means string, okay, mention single quotes itself and double quotes itself. Here only one single quotes only there. Okay, so in running time it will be displaying a error. Okay, so backslash and only single quotes we have to use means error will come. We have to use backslash and single quotes. Okay, so what purpose we using backslash from here? That backslash is used to display the single quotes in a output side. Okay, and display the single quotes in a output side. Okay, we didn't use backslash means error will come. Okay, we used a backslash means that error will be not displaying in your program. It's raining, output is what it is, it's raining. Okay, so we didn't mention backslash means error will come, we mention backslash means no error will come. Okay, why it is means backslash is clearing the error as well as displaying the single quotes from your execution time. Next one is the these are all the backslash symbols. Okay, so here output side single backslash test. So in print side they have to use a double backslash. So double backslash we have to use means once backslash will omitted and one backslash is displaying in a output side. Next one doesn't. Okay, so single quotes they are using in a string itself. So the single quotes before they are using a backslash print line itself they got to use a backslash single quotes and t. Okay, so here that result will be displaying. Okay, single quotes also displaying in a output side. Next one double quotes. Okay, Python. Okay, how they are using that double quotes is we need to display in a output side means we have to use a backslash double quotes Python backslash double quotes. Okay, that double quotes also displaying in a output side. Okay, next one Python slash n means what it is, new line. Okay, Python slash n new line. இப்போ லாங்குவேஜ்ங்கிறது என்னது நெக்ஸ்ட் லைனில் பிரிண்ட் ஆகும், ஆனால் நம்மளுடைய புக்கில் என்ன இருக்குது பக்கத்துலேயே பிரிண்ட் ஆகுது. ஓகே, ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் லைனில் தான் லாங்குவேஜுங்கிறது வரும். நெக்ஸ்ட்டு லாஸ்ட் ஒன் ஸ்லாஷ் டி. Okay, print Python slash t means what is backslash t, that is the tab. Okay, tab na enadhu space vittu unakku display agum Python space and then after language will display. Okay, this is the use of escape sequences. This backslash only they are calling a escape sequences. Next one is the data types. Okay, we have different data types in a by Python itself. Okay, Python itself we have built-in or fundamental data types are there. Okay, what are that? Numbers, string, boolean, tuples, list and dictionaries. These are all the default data types, okay, built-in data types and fundamental data types in a Python programming. Okay, so these values are will be considering as a some important objects. Okay, so what are that, what is the way to we have to find out the types and how to include that data types in a program itself, we have to see one by one. Okay, number data type, first one is the number. Okay, number itself, what are that built-in number objects in Python support integer, float and complex numbers. Already we discussed that. Okay, integer means what are that, and floating means what it is, and complex number is means what it is. That is that integer data, decimal, octal, binary, hexadecimal. Okay, octal data will start with the O. Okay, capital or small O. Okay, next one, hexadecimal integer value O X. Okay, that is also considered as the uppercase and lowercase. Okay, so next one is the only uppercase. Okay, denote long integer. Okay, long integer means L. Okay, capital L only we have to use. Okay, after the integer value we have to use a capital L, that is called a long integer. Okay, these are all for example of number. Okay, so decimal integer, octal integer, hexadecimal integers and long decimal integers. Next one is the floating point of data in decimal digits and decimal point. Okay, so we have to see that example also from here itself. Floating point data means already we know that point. Okay, integer value, point, and then next value will come. Okay, so that point will come inside of that integer value, that is called a floating point data. Next one, exponent data. Okay, so exponent data means integer value, point, E. Okay, we have to use uppercase or smaller uppercase or lowercase. Okay, capital E or small e we have to use, and then after will come a integer value means that is called a exponent data, 12.E04. Okay, so small or low upper, okay, in letters E. Okay, will come inside of that value. Okay, integer value, that is called a exponent data. Okay, now we understand the floating point data and exponent data. Next one, Boolean data type. Okay, true or false. Okay, already we discussed this one also. Boolean data type, Boolean variable 1 true, Boolean variable 2 false. Okay, Boolean data type 2, only 2 values only there, true or false. Okay, 2 values only there. We have to declare the 2 variable, a equal to true or b equal to false. Like that we have to declare. So our understanding, I given Boolean variable 1, Boolean variable 2. Okay, like that I given. Okay, you have to declare any variable name and give this 2 value to access your data. Next one is the string data type. Okay, string means already it will come with the single quotes, double quotes and triple quotes. Okay, so here we have to use a multiple string also we have to using here. So single quotes also using and the double quotes also we using here. Okay, this is the string data type example. Okay, that string will be enclosed with the single quotes, double quotes and triple quotes. Next one, this is the example of single quotes, double quotes and triple quotes. Okay, so this is the Python program example in string literals. Thank you students, have a nice day.